Okay, in this video, I am going to add a vignette, a bit of chromatic aberration, and some grain to the shot. I am not going into details about those operations because those are things that we did together in the previous course. But I will go slow enough that you can follow my step, of course. So first thing first, let's do the chromatic aberration. So for that, I will create a copy node with the K key, and I will plug the B inputs at the end of my comp, and I will create a transform node with the T key, and I will use that transform node to shift a little bit my red channel. So inside of the copy parameters, I will select RGBA.red to RGBA.red, and I will just scale up a little bit my red channel. So hook up the viewer after the copy node, and let's see how it looks like. So here we do have chromatic aberration. All right, maybe it's a little bit too much. So we are going to reduce a little bit that guy. Put 0, 0, 0 and 8. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. And to get more like the color of a regular chromatic aberration, I will duplicate that copy node, pass it here, and I will do the same thing with the transform here, pass it here, after the merge plus here, and now I will shift the green channel. Green channel, okay. Now let's hook up the viewer, and yeah. This is more what I'm looking for now. Now, if I toggle on and off, you can see the difference. This is something we won't have too much in the center because this is more like happening around the corner of the images. So while I'm zooming around, I see some kind of weird edges and stuff. This is something that we are going to fix before the final output, of course. All right, now let's add a vignette. So for that, I will create a roto node with the O key, and I will draw my roto around all around the shot, and I will blur that roto. I will create a blur node after the roto with the B key, and I will put a big size of blur, like 200, and I will invert that with the invert node. And then I will create a grain node that I will plug after my chromatic aberration. And I will use that grain node to gamma down a little bit the corner of my image. I don't want to do it too strong, so yeah, just a little bit. 0.88. Okay, cool. And last but not least, the grain. So I will hit the tab key and look for the grain node. There we go. And same thing as we did in the other course, I will start from a preset. And for example, this guy here, I don't know. This guy is pretty thin. I like when it's not too much, you know, and I will reduce it a lot because I just don't want to have too much grain, but just to have it to give a little bit of more life. Now, I think that we have all the elements of the shot. So before rendering the final output, there are a few things that we need to fix and to adjust. So let's move on to the next video to adjust some of the little issues of our image. See you there.